obscure bullshit is one of my least favorite parts of Fire Emblem. Like,
Random bullshit going.
I love the design, and some people's like racist keep Fire Emblem. I'm like, and you are wrong.
Oh, whoops, the bind... Okay, hold on,
The official Japanese title for this is, I don't know if it's Burning Sword, Blazing Blade.
I've seen it as Blazing Sword.
Then you can have a picture of Pyra. Fire Emblem. Yeah, Pyra has a sword and a move titled after FD7, therefore Pyra in Smash is actually a Fire Emblem character. Actually, wait, how many of the DLC characters are sword users? Sephiroth, Hero, Joker has a knight.
Byleth.
Steve has a sword. Who else is there?
Byleth.
Hero, Byleth. Okay, so we're already at like 7 who all have sword.
Sora.
Oh, Sora, thank you. Also, they nerfed the fucking creator sword. It sucks. Oh, Upbeat is pretty funny. I just love that your get-up attack has no range.
Give me a second. Just doing some sending. Just sending the chat along, the stream along to a few people. So yes, I know. Despite everything I said last week, I am actually just playing Fire Emblem 7, the Blazing Blade. Yeah, I thought I was taking a break too, but I was talking with Emmett and we could not decide on what the game that I was going to play instead would be. So we just decided to, pull out Old Reliable. So everybody say hi to Emmett.
Oh yes, here I am. I am here. We also decided that since Limb mode is supremely easy even on hard, we just give it a go. Hector mode is a bit of a challenge, especially some maps, but in Limb mode there's maybe... Honestly, there's only one map that I think I find annoying, and it's just because of the nature of the map. Everything else is very easy.
Yeah. So again, if there's any... please let me know if you're in the stream, if you can hear the sound, because I apparently... Yes, it's the one that you played, Ludkitsu.
A lot of people play FE7 as their first Fire Emblem.
Okay. You can barely hear him. Okay, that's a problem. Let me...
I can start yelling.
No, let's not do that. Instead... Can you say something?
I can say many things.
Okay, that's...
But, yes, let me know. Let me know how the volume is.
I'm turning the game volume down a fair bit, so hopefully that will help.
You can turn me up on both Discord, which is probably where the sound's coming from on your end, since Discord does have individual volume sliders.
Yeah, I'm turning the volume up on Discord.
And also whatever OBS is doing, turn it up there too.
Okay, you're still super quiet. Okay.
OBS, we've had this problem before, actually.
No, the thing about OBS is that I don't know how to separate your voice from the game audio.
Should be different sources, because the game audio should be from an app. Well, I guess if you're just using a desktop auxiliary input, then it would just be from the same source. But theoretically, you should be able to choose to not use that source. You can just mute it, You can add a source that's from the completely legit Nintendo system that you're using, and now I'm very audible. Well, or that works.
But I also do capture an audio application audio.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is you can. I'm too loud. Interesting. Well, I'll just talk quieter then, because I was kind of projecting before.
Okay.
What I was saying is that instead of using just your desktop audio, you can use 2 separate audio sources, one for the game, one for Discord. But it sounds like just modifying the Discord one is fine.
Oh yeah, I can see what's happening. Okay, say something.
How are we doing now?
Oh god, you are way too loud. I can see the volume.
Oh, am I peaking? Apparently I'm balanced with the game audio, but maybe you're quiet?
Okay, let me turn my mic up then. Yeah, no, I wasn't expecting you to watch the stream while healing at the same time. Okay, I'm fiddling with some more of the sound settings. How is that doing?
Yeah, I should probably talk as well now just to see how we're doing.
Okay. Is the game too quiet?
James, Fire Emblem music is peak, but, you know, you live.
Okay, let me try. Your echo. Oh, right, because because
Did you add a second source?
I did, yes. So I need to shoot. How do I do this?
Just hit that nice big mute button on the second source.
No, the problem is it needs to be on a. No, the thing is I need them to be able to hear the game sound.
So I mean, there's 2 ways to go about this. Is you can either, again, you can just use the singular input of your desktop, pull it directly from your desktop, which will pull both the game sound and Discord sound. Or, if you want to get fancy with your sound mixing, you mute that source, and then add separate sources for Discord and for the game.
That's a good point. Separate audio sources, then?
Yes, it'd be separate audio sources. Or probably 3 at that point. One audio source captures your mic, one audio source captures Discord, which is going to capture me, and the third audio source captures the game.
Let's do that.
In theory. My previous job where I was like, yeah, I'm not actually a sound tech, I know.
Okay, I'm doing some more fiddling.
It's mostly just pushing buttons till you get it right. Don't worry about it too much.
Alright, just waiting to hear Kitsu tell me that I fucked it up again. Let's just keep talking and testing, and testing, talking and testing, talking and testing, talking and testing. Yes, no, I'm looking at the sound bars. I'm looking at the sound bars. What about the sound bars, my man? I mostly just need to tell me if it's okay or not.
Yeah.
Because yes, the way it is, he is much louder than the game, but he's supposed to be louder than the game.
I can also temporarily start talking and listen to the I have the stream muted for obvious reasons.
Okay, fine. Just under red, and the game is at 70% of that, so that's what I'll be doing then now.
You can add limiters. I think that's pretty easy to do, and adding limiters should... Actually, wait, is it adding limiters? That's just going to help with peaking, but I don't know if that's going to lower sound. No, you'd use the sliders to lower sound.
Yeah, I'm just doing the sliders. So the way it is, you're now...
Limiters are something else entirely, don't worry about it.
Yeah, no, and the way I'm looking at it now, it seems to be pretty, solid, so... Okay, so we are now doing, FE6, the Blazing Blade, aka the one with Lin in it, because
FE7.
FE7, the Blazing Blade, aka the one with Lin in it, because poor, Eliwood never got added as an emblem.
Yeah, FE7 is a lot of people's first game. It was definitely my first game. Because it was the first one. It was just honestly easy to emulate. Because unlike
No,
FE6,
we're playing it on a Game Boy Advance.
right? But hypothetically speaking, if you were to do such a thing, because it does not require any language patches, and because I don't read Japanese, and lots of people who play Fire Emblem don't. And yes, this is a prequel. It's a prequel that adds plot holes because Fire Emblem writing is peak. They just really love adding things they knew they did to dress.
Yeah. So, yes, continuing what Emmett said, even though he is, the Fire Emblem historian master, I'm going to just interject a tiny bit and say, so this was the first game that was officially localized, and aka officially exported from Japan, and it is a prequel to Fire Emblem 6 The Binding Blade, which I finished last Friday. And
I believe it was well received. I don't know the exact market data because I didn't ever look it up, but I've heard rumors of it and other people talking about the game. I believe it did reasonably well.
Yeah, so basically, the positive reception of Roy and Marth in Super Smash Bros. Melee, which was only true of anyone who did not play competitive Melee at the time, convinced Nintendo to release the sequel to the game that Roy appeared in, the prequel to the game that Roy appeared in, and the next game in the series in outside of Japan. So you can thank.
I do believe Marth is actually competitively viable in Melee. Roy not so much.
Roy is not.
But Marth, I think, is quite competitively viable.
No, the joke was that Marth is like incredibly
too broken.
Strong. Yes,
he is.
It's like Melee is pretty much just Marth, Falco, and Fox. And
I think doesn't Sheik have some spice? It's just hard to play.
Marth, Falco, Fox, and Sheik. In the very first Smash Brothers, it would have been Pikachu who was the strongest. But yeah.
Rest in peace, Donkey Kong. You will forever be punching bag. Got more to say?
Well, one of the people I know who wanted me to play this game, and I ended up playing Binding Blade first, which meant that he wasn't watching me. Is asking to join the call, and I'm telling him that I'd rather only have one voice in my head.
It gets very hectic, but I mean, we can make that work.
We're many things, but we're not a podcast.
Well, except for that time when we stopped to talk about Norse mythology for 10 solid minutes.
I'm still mad I didn't keep that. Okay.
So before we jump in, Lin mode is, let's just say it's a mixed bag. A lot of people don't like they don't like it. They're like, why am I playing a 10 chapter long tutorial? Which, understandable, honestly. And also, Lin is not a character in FE6 and definitely feels a bit pandering. As for me personally, I really like the story. I actually think the story of Lin mode is one of the best in Fire Emblem due to its really tight narrative focus. In fact, despite all of the slander, or not slander, but a lot of people don't love FE7's story. I personally find it to be slightly better, mostly because, yes, if you don't play the game with a save, if you haven't beaten the game, you are forced to play Lin. But basically, I think FE7's story, due to its, again, tight narrative focus, it's not about, like, oh, we gotta stop the world-ending evil dragon, which is, like, cool. It's a great generic fantasy story, but it's kind of meh. Whereas FE7 is really tightly focused on Lin, Eliwood, and Hector, and their specific journeys as friends, and just sort of the immediate goals that they have. Like, they're going to point A to point B, something comes up, they gotta go to point C, something comes up, they gotta go to point D. It's really not an overarching kill evil dragon, at least for and Lin's story has an even tighter narrative focus, so I actually really like it a lot. And I really just think it's one of the better stories in Fire Emblem, which is definitely I would say, reasonably unpopular opinion. I haven't seen a lot of people express. A lot of people like Lin, but again, Lin is also definitely pandering.
Right.
Eliwood in FE6 was basically too busy fighting off death as the only living FE6 or only living Fire Emblem dad to be able to fight with Roy's army.
Okay, to be fair,
he's too busy.
To be fair, Eliwood is an older man and also explicitly ill. That's why he's weaker in FE6. But yes.
And I have so many fun headcanons about that. But
also, two things. One, why do you say Lin is pandering? And two, I think we are actually going to try to include that other fellow into the call. So once we're done.
Why do I say Lin is pandering? Well, boy, oh boy, why don't you start and tell me what you think?
Fine. Okay. And then secondly, let's see if I can get this to work. I don't know how to add someone to an existing call.
You might honestly have to create a chat with us, all three of us first.
Okay, give me a second. Sorry. How do I make a new conversation?
No, it's just direct messages. You just add 3 people instead of.
I mean,
yeah,
does that mean he's gonna see all of our previous chat history?
No, it starts a new chat.
What's your username? Oh, there it is. No, what is your username? I'm not seeing it.
Oh, put a period, then type my username. I had to change it because of Discord's,
Oh wait, no, I can't.
Questionable decision making.
That's.
Yes. Yep.
Cool. Well.
Here I am.
Yes. Well, he's not here.
Well, skill issue.
What's up? Doomtroid, this is Emmett. Emmett, this is Doomtroid.
Yo.
Hello.
Doomtroid was the one who wanted me to play FE7, and when I said I wanted to do FE6 first, he was like, well, that sucks, because I haven't played FE6, so I can't watch you play it. But now I'm doing the one that he has played, so yeah.
And I'm the one who bullied Fume into playing Fire Emblem at all.
Right, I knew that, like, FE6 came chronologically after FE7, so I wanted to play them in, like, chronological order. So I haven't played 6 yet, but I've played 7 twice, actually, so I very much love the theme.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've played this game a couple times, and I was definitely thinking about doing another Iron Man. My first one ended. Actually, I technically lost the first one I did several times. Battle Before Dawn is not a fun map.
Amusing. Hunting by Daybreak is the same.
Yeah, Battle Before Dawn. Well, we'll get to that, obviously.
Yes, well, I know what makes.
Could you stream to here as well?
Oh, whoops. Can I? Oh, yes, I can. Okay, cool. Here's I can stream my completely legitimate GBA. And Kitsu, we'll see. I don't know how long FE7 is compared to FE6.
It's easier, so a lot of it goes by faster. There's a bit of a bottleneck towards the end with high densities of enemies, but again, the game is just overall easier, so probably goes a little quicker.
It really sucks that I lost those, but like the start of FE6 was fucking hard. It was difficult.
I will say FE7 starts out pretty slowly with like a lot of tutorial levels, so it's very easy from the beginning, but then once you get all of like the main party members, it'll pick up pretty quickly.
Plus you're playing on hard, so you actually don't get the tutorials.
Oh, that's fun. Okay,
which involves a very fun aspect.
A girl from the plains.
Yo, it's my man Mark. Incidentally, for those of you who are not on Discord, my current Discord profile pic is actually
I made a mistake. Let me reload.
You just reset the whole thing. So, interesting fact about FE7, you do not have to create a tactician. The game asks you to, but you can choose not to. And that's basically how little impact Mark has on the story.
Let me actually check what the buttons are on my completely legitimate GBA. Give me a second. Where are they? Where do I check this?
Basically, the benefit to having a tactician is as you progress through the game, based on the game's ranking system, you get leadership stars. Each of those leadership stars gives you like a small bonus to hit and avoid or something. Playing with a tactician is just easier.
Right. Okay, well, that's not what I meant. God damn it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Also, for the record,
sure.
Lynn is an absolute beast in this game. She goes crazy in battle. She's better than Roy. She's better than whatever the blue-haired guy's name is.
To provide a counter opinion, no.
No, you don't think so?
Counter opinion, I love Lynn, and Lynn is one of my favorite characters in Fire Emblem. Just again because her Lynn mode is really good. But being sword locked is really hard, and she's very frail.
Okay, I will say
That's true. That is her one drawback, is that she gets killed very easily. But her
Well, two
crit
things.
rate, though.
two
Sword
things.
locked.
By blue-haired guy, do you mean Sigurd or Selif?
No, Hector,
Hector, yeah. That's his name.
which is more purple,
And
but
also, you meant you didn't mean Roy. You meant Elliewood, right?
they said Elliewood.
Right.
Oh, you said Roy because I was going to say being better than Roy is not an accomplishment.
Honestly, Elliewood's not great. Hector is actually quite good, though. I definitely would recommend using Lynn, but that's because I like Lynn. But they're not necessarily great.
You wanna hear waifu words, Kitsu? You better listen to me talk about Ingrid.
Oh, gosh.
Are you awake? I found you unconscious on the plains.
At least we don't have amnesia. It could be worse.
Oh yeah, I'm Lynn of the Lorca tribe. You're safe now. Who are you? Can you remember your name? Your name is Fume. What an odd-sounding name. But
It is a very
It's a good
odd-sounding name.
I should have named him Rhyme instead. Rain. I see by your attire that you are a traveler. What brings you to Sakei Plains? Would you share your story with me? What was that noise? I'll go see what's happening. Fume, wait here for me. Okay, I feel like maybe I shouldn't have chosen that. That was a little distracting.
It's okay. Like I said, pandering.
Bandits. They must have come down from the Burned Mountains. They must be planning on raiding the local villages. I have to stop them. If that's all of them. I think I can handle them on my own. You'll be safe here, Fume. I do like that she very subtly turns her head to look at.
I was just about to say, actually, I've always loved in this game when the characters, they turn and they look straight towards the camera. It's always reminded me of you know, the one scene in Evangelion where they're all just like clapping and they're like, yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
I have never watched Evangelion.
I have, but I don't know if I remember that scene.
I've also never watched Ghost in the Shell.
Don't think I've watched that one.
Or Gundam. Or I think I've never watched any single anime that's not the Pokemon anime. Anyways,
Really?
or I've never seen Attack on Titan either. What? You want to help? Well, can you use a weapon?
I think Attack
I
on
see, so
Titan
you're a
is
strategist
overrated.
by trade. And on profession, but... Very well, we'll go together. Over here. If you want to help Fume, I could use your advice. I'll protect you, so stay close to me.
So this will become relevant next chapter. I know you normally like to spread the experience around. I highly, highly recommend, at least just for the first 10 chapters, concentrating as much experience as possible into one of the Christmas calves. Also, Lynn is a perfectly fine choice, so maybe Lynn and one of the Christmas calves. But definitely just try to power level one of the Christmas calves as much as possible. And just like try to feed them every single possible kill. Along with probably Lynn.
Okay. Let's close in an attack.
Basically because Lynn mode... Yeah, so normally this is where you'd be getting a tutorial. Of course you're not because you're playing on.
Thank you. Alright, let's, axes are still terrible.
Well, weapon triangle exists.
That's true, I forgot.
The weapon triangle in this game
okay.
actually has meaning. Axes aren't as bad, and lances aren't as bad, and swords aren't as good.
Also, that's where this music comes from. Oh, ouch. Jeez.
It's fine, you have a volume. I think a lot of this is actually scripted. Add volume.
Yeah, well, I might as well get closer while I do it.
Right, oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, he is, Also,
the
something
legendary Bot of the Beast. Oh boy.
I realized now that, something I did not do last game was you could actually, like, look at each character's names and, see their summary, etc. So, whoops, that was a mistake. I'll do that more this game. Okay, and then, Lynn is not carrying anyone. Well, I guess that makes sense. Young girl from the Lorca tribe, stout-hearted and kind. Noble attached to a ruling house, has great potential.
You might want to enemy phase the boss because Lynn is unfortunately very fragile.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Also, Doom Troy, did you cut out?
Here I'm just chilling.
Oh, fair enough.
Mostly
Sure.
because on the off chance you do get hit twice, you just die.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah, with Lynn happens a lot.
Well, who do you think you are? You think you can stand up to Bada the Beast? Bada boom, bitch. Sorry.
How much do you feel like gambling a 40% chance?
Always.
Well then don't heal.
You should have, Doom. You should have seen what I did in FE6. I gambled like heck.
I mean, with
See, my thing
totally
in Fire
legitimate
Emblem,
stage states is very easy.
Okay, never mind.
my thing in Fire Emblem and games of its sort is that I never gamble because I've learned that the percentages lie. I don't trust them.
Yeah, I usually
always
enjoy
gamble.
playing. I try to play like with as few resets as possible. So typically, I'll reset a chapter if I lose, rather than like save stating, unless I really just want a meme.
Yeah, in this case, I'm only being so risky because I am using my completely legitimate 3DS to skip ahead to earlier save portions.
But yeah, you probably
Dude,
just
Fume, you've played XCOM 2, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I played
so
XCOM 2. What? How did you?
like, I feel like the percentage lying in Fire Emblem is very subtle,
damn.
whereas in
That's
XCOM it's completely obvious. It's like, wow, that was just not true.
XCOM is because it's so much worse in XCOM because the higher fidelity, at least of the reboot series, is means that like your guy is gonna have like a pistol pointing like right at the sectoid's face, and it's a 90% chance to hit.
Yeah,
and it can be even worse on higher difficulties when they get like passive evasion bonuses, and your rookies have like
Yeah.
terrible accuracy. And then the worst part, let me finish that, sorry, quickly. The worst part is in XCOM 2, the way they have misses is the character will be pointing the gun perfectly at the enemy, and then if it calculates a miss, they will jerk their gun to the side.
Yeah.
And, like, they're
Yeah.
pointing the gun at them, and
problem
then
is
like
mostly just-
swerve 90 degrees to the right.
Is that just unlike FE? There, first of all, like FE has those dodge animations, whereas XCOM is just like it's 3D and you're just standing right next to the guy, and then your bullet's just gonna fly in a different direction because of reasons.
Chalk it up to combat anxiety.
I mean, it does. I mean, at the very least, it makes sense for the rookies, and it does have that combat anxiety as a mechanic. And combat anxiety, as like stressed in the game, does reduce your accuracy, but it also is like really frustrating when you've got the shotgun, which is meant to be used at close range. You're pointing at the squishy sectoid who's mind controlling your sniper, and it's like it's a 90% or worse.
Or if you miss the bazooka, although I don't think you can because technically you guide those.
You can't. Well, you can't in XCOM because rocket launchers are not like a weapon that has a chance to fire. You just aim at an area and it hits in that area.
And somehow always hits an unforeseen obstacle.
Or a civilian in XCOM 2 because they're everywhere. Anyways, let's seize this.
Anyway, you got strength, which is great because Lynn's strength growth is very low, I believe.
Good work, Fume. Let's go home. Good morning, Fume. Are you awake yet? That fight yesterday must have taken a lot out of you. It's like you were almost doing nothing. Say, Fume, I want to talk to you about something. You have some experience in the ways of war, I can see. Would you allow me to travel with you? What? You want to get permission from my
A
parents?
totally normal thing an 18-year-old would say. Thank you, North America. The backstory behind that is Lynn is 14 or 15 in Japan and 18 in the US. So draw your own conclusions from that one.
I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. I feel like that would just dig me a hole.
Nope, there's just nothing good about the
permission from my
situation whatsoever.
My mother and my father died 6 months ago.
Oh shit, it's been
My
that
people,
long.
the Lorca, they don't. I am the last of my tribe. Bandits attacked and they killed so many people. The tribe was scattered. My father was our chieftain. I wanted to protect our people. But I'm so young, and our people were old-fashioned. They wouldn't follow a woman. No one would follow me. I'm sorry. I've been alone for so long. No, no. More. No more. I will shed no more tears. Thank you. I'm better now. Fume. Okay. I must become stronger so I may avenge my father's death. Yesterday's battles taught me something. I won't become strong by sitting here alone. Fume, tell me you'll train me, that you'll let me travel with you. You will? That's wonderful. Thank you. Oh, thank you. We'll be better off working together. I know it. You'll be my master strategist, and I'll be your peerless warrior. We can do it, right?
So you kind of get what I said about pandering now, right?
I'm real tempted to make a comparison you're not gonna like. Really tempted.
I mean, you can compare it to any of the other Fire Emblems, and I'd probably agree with you.
Is giving me, and I know that this is inappropriate given that this game came out more than like a decade in advance, but this is giving me real big Edelgard and Crimson Flower vibes.
I mean, it's not just Edelgard and Crimson Flower, but like it's Robin, it's Chris, it's Aleer,
I was gonna say like it reminds me of Robin, to be honest.
Yeah, no, I mean this is the start of the Avatar trend, and Fire Emblem just got worse. Corrin, God, I hate Corrin. Violet, like all of them. I mean, that's the correct comparison to make. Because this started it, and it only got worse from here. At least Mark has no supports. Mark does not exist. He just... Honestly, Lynn's just crazy from loneliness and invented Mark.
That seems like a pretty reasonable excuse. The apprentice tactician Fume... Master... Okay, the apprentice tactician Fume and the young sword fighter Lynn. A strange pair on an even stranger journey. To prepare for the long road ahead, they go to Bulgaria. Okay. Time to get involved in the Balkan Wars. Don't tell anybody what Bill Clinton did in the 90s. They go to Bulgar, the commercial center of Sakai. And unbeknownst to Lynn, she will discover something that will alter her life forever. Cav units.
No, even worse. Christmas. Now she's going to get involved in the Christmas culture wars about Starbucks cup designs. It's tragic.
I mean, this explains why he felt the need to ask for permission from her parents. That's like some evangelical Protestant American, courting, which is totally...
Well, I mean, the Lorca tribe won't follow women, apparently, so, patriarchy.
Yeah, pretty conservative, yeah.
Well, I guess it is medieval fantasy, so that's actually kind of fair, honestly. Though, strictly speaking, nomad tribes sometimes even were matriarchal, so... Rip?
Yeah, but I don't know enough about Sakai yet to tell you what they're...
Well, Sakai is clearly heavily based on nomadic tribes. It's just different nomadic tribes.
Nomadic tribes is like an enormous quantity.
Right, exactly. But clearly I believe Mongolia, which probably was patriarchal. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about Mongolia.
It's interesting. If we're talking like Khanate Mongolia... I think Kitsu would know even more than us, but Kitsu is a student of classical China, and so he knows a lot, Mandarin and everything. I wouldn't say it was matriarchal. What I would say, my very limited understanding, is that the role of women in the Mongol Khanates was not as bad as it was in a fair few other places at the period.
I mean, as a religious studies scholar, I can say that in a lot of cultures, women have a unique path to take as priestesses, which often elevates them to statuses near tribe chiefs. So they cannot lead, but they form a unique connection with the divine in a lot of cultures.
That's reasonable. I would still caution a reductive view. Oh, thank you for the recommendation, Kitsu. I'll probably actually try to read that. I like history.
Yeah, same.
I would recommend a caution against a reductive view of, it's the Middle Ages. Of course, the life of a woman was hell. Yes, they did not have modern women's rights. That is completely true, but that didn't mean everywhere was a hellscape of...
Oh, no, and I don't mean to say it like that, but the patriarchy and the medieval fantasy that Fire Emblem especially is choosing to follow definitely does not typically favor women.
That's true.
And Fire Emblem just ignores that because it's like, oh, Wendy's a knight? Yeah, Wendy's a knight. Cool.
This is Bulgaria, the biggest city in all of Sakai. Don't tell the other Balkan countries this. We should purchase supplies for our journey.
Incidentally, I believe Rutger was from Bulgar.
I think he was. You're correct. Okay, hold on. Genghis Khan married his daughters to warlords and brought the warlords with him on campaign. The daughters would stay behind and rule in their husband's stead as extinctions of Genghis' reign. That's true. Women as regent, the warlord was also kind of a hostage. That's true.
That's
Women as
hilarious.
regent is a women as regents was pretty common. That is one of the most common ways a woman could gain power in the period. You see that a lot some in China. You see that a fair bit in medieval Europe. You see that like way back as far back as like ancient Egypt with Nefertiti, who, well, not Nefertiti. I think there was a different pharaoh who was technically pharaoh regent, but yeah.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense. Like, why would you trust like a chancellor or some other person when your wife will do just fine? Like,
yeah, or your mother in many
right?
cases.
Like the less far away you have to give power as a ruler, obviously, the better.
Yeah. Oh my heart! What a dazzling vision of loveliness.
Oh no, it's corny night.
Oh yeah, so this guy's like entire personality for a while is just like he's really horny for Lynn.
Not just for a while. It's kind of just every single one of his supports except for Kent is just him being horny. He's horny to married women too.
Wait, oh beauteous one.
And
You
then
do not
Louise
favor
just
me with
laughs
your
off.
name, or better yet, your company. Where are you from, Sir Knight, that you speak so freely to a stranger? Ha! I thought you'd never ask. I am from Lycia. I hail from the Kaland canton, home to men of passion and fire. Shouldn't that be home to callow oafs with loose tongues?
Burn.
Ooh, you're even lovelier when you're cruel. Let's go, Fume. I have nothing more to say. Wait, please. Andrew Tate was right. Sorry, I should stop joking about that. I really should. Sane, hold your tongue. Ah, Kent, my boon companion. Why so severe an expression? If your manner were more serious, I wouldn't have to be so severe. We still have a mission to complete, Sane. I know that, but how could I remain silent in the presence of such beauty? It would have been discourteous. What do you know of courtesy? Excuse me, you're blocking the road. If you would be so kind as to move your horses. Of course, my apologies. Thank you. You at least seem honorable enough. Pardon me, but I feel we've met before. What?
Beg pardon.
Oh, nice. I beg your pardon? Hey, no fair, Kent. I saw her first. It seems there's no decent men among Lycia's knights.
Not true. There's actually wait, no, he's Ferran. Never mind. I was gonna say there's our homie Marcus, but Marcus is actually Ferran. So he is, I guess, technically of Lycia.
And isn't Lance also of Foray?
Lance. Yeah, Lance and Alan. They're all. No. Yes, Lance and Alan are both Ferran. Marcus is Ferran. They're just the Kent and Stan are from Kalen, which is another one of the. Kalen's actually pretty small, I think. It's one of the very small parts of the Lycian Alliance.
So Lycian Alliance seems kind of more like a confederation than anything else.
It sort of is, but Ostia has the most military power and rules much. Like, as far as I can tell, because again, FE6 and 7 don't go into it too much. In fact, we only know a few major places, but it looks like I think Arifin and Ostia might be the largest. Arifin, I think, is a trade center. It comes up in both games. Ostia obviously is the military might and the leading city. Foray is basically just relevant only because Elliewood and Roy exist. And then Caitlin because of Wynn, and then Laos because goddamn, just what a pain in the ass Laos is.
I think I caught half of that. Sorry.
It's okay because none of it was important.
Remind me, what's the part of the continent that's far in the southwest?
I mean, Bern and Lycia are kind of south.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything below Lycia. I mean, there's the Western Isles, Etruria, and Nevada to the right on a map.
No, the Western Isles are northwest. Etruria is kind of central between. Etruria is between Lycia and the Western Isles.
Oh, so it'd be Nevada you're thinking of then, which would be southwest.
Yeah, and then Bern is just most of the east.
Yeah. And Ilia's north. Someone's going ham on the loot in the background.
Wait, please, it's not like that. Sane, you lout. Huh? Not like that? I thought you were... I am not you. Come, we must follow her. I suspect she might be... Be what? She's our mission? You're joking. Wait. Run! We're being pursued! Could it be those knights from town? No, it's not them. These men are out for blood. Aren't you the pretty one? Your name is Lindis, is it not? What did you call me? Who are you? Such a waste, an absolute waste. The things I'll do for gold. Ah well, time to die, darling. Come on out, boys. Oh no, there are more than I can handle. But I'll not...
Don't worry, they all use axes.
Hey, there she is. Huh? What? Finally caught up. Hold, you there, what is your business? Such numbers against a girl? Cowards, every one of you. You're from... We can discuss that later. It appears these ruffians mean to do you harm. If it's a fight they want, let them look to me. Stand back, I'll take care of this. No, this is my fight, stay out of my way. Well, I just can't stand here and do nothing. I have a solution. You there, command us. I am Kent, a knight of Lycia. My companion is Sane. We will follow our orders in this battle.
I love how Sane and Kent just turn to a random dude that none of them meant for, like, well, he's the third bystander, obviously he'll mediate. Alright, you're in charge. Like, I don't even know who this guy is. There's like, yeah, they just put him in charge of 3 people's lives? Kent, thinking. Oh, you absolute buffoon.
Yeah, that's kind of silly. Is this acceptable, milady? Yes, it is. Fume and I will lead. Okay, so I do want you to actually say, so you went over the Lycian League members before? Can you just do that again?
Who?
The
Oh,
Lycian League members.
the ones we know of are Ostia, which is known for its military might. It is the leader of the Lycian League. It is led by Marquis Uther in this game, who's Hector's brother, and it is led by Hector, and then, honestly, kind of unclear, technically Roy, maybe Lilina in FE6. There's Kalen, which is where, I mean, as you'll see, Ken and Sane hail from, and Kalen is the large focus of the first 10 chapters. Kalen does not exist in FE6.
Whoops.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. You find out why at the end of these 10 chapters or so on. Or maybe the end of the game. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Foray is important only because Elliewood and Roy are from there, but honestly, it doesn't seem like that big or that important of a territory. Aerofen is a pretty notable territory. I don't know if it's trade or what, but it comes up in both FE6 and FE7, and I think is one of the larger territories. And finally, there's Laos, which exists and probably shouldn't.
There's Lapis?
Laos. L-A-U-S.
Laos.
You'll
Like
remember
the real
that
life
trader
tree of
Eric
Laos?
Laos in FE6 was from there. You had to fight him in Chapter 4. It's where Rutger is recruited and Clarine.
Oh, that guy, yeah. Ugh, okay, whoops. Yes, it is. Fume and I will lead. Let's go. Okay.
I don't recall if Laos in the game is actually spelled in the same way it's spelled, like, in the real world.
Well, I mean, it depends which Laos you're talking about. There's Laos, the South Asian country, Southeast Asia.
It is
and there's Laos in, like...
it is spelled L-A-U-S, not L-A-O-S, which is the Southeast Asian country.
Yeah. Okay, well, L-A-U-S is not a word. It's not a real word.
Yeah.
L-A-O-U-S-E is in the sense of like a
hair louse.
literally.
It would be a small.
Well, yeah, literally like a lice.
Mouse.
Well,
or a wood
louse.
louse.
So
It's
it's a singular for lice.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I thought a louse was like a insult, right? Like you call that's
it
louse.
also means that most insults derive from something, and that's what it derives from.
Yeah, like you call someone lousy, you're literally calling them like lice, like covered in lice.
I'm not
I was
sure
thinking of something else entirely, though. I was thinking of calling someone a lout.
Oh, that's something different.
Okay, that's something different. That's just mean like clumsy and like unrefined.
So check their inventories because this was supposed to be a chapter that teaches you how trading works. So Kent only has, he was supposed to trade over, I think, like an extra Vuln or something to Sane. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, Sane forgot his weapon.
Yeah.
He was too busy
So
thinking
Kane
about.
is honestly not great this chapter because he does not have a sword, and so you probably are better off trading it. Again, I highly recommend training I highly recommend funneling a ton of experience into a single Cav and Lyn and no one else.
Okay, well, I'm just taking a look at their stats. I'm assuming their stats somewhat reflect their growths, and if they're like other Christmas calves, it's one that's slightly speedier and slightly higher skill, the other slightly stronger defenses and higher strength.
No. So I believe what it is Sane, I think, tends to win out in strength and speed, whereas Kent has more balanced growths, notably in skill. And I don't know defense, I think they're even, but I think Kent has basically more skill and is a little more balanced, whereas Sane has more lopsided growths. I'd have to double check. But Sane is definitely supposed to be the wild one, and Kent is the more, cool one, which you can see from their personalities.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Kent unless you tell me that Sane's got 55% strength growth.
No, I usually go for Kent. I usually find he turns out better. I mean, I'll look it up really quick.
Yeah, in my playthroughs, Kent was always the one that was more consistently useful.
So let's see. Sane has very high attack, low skill, pretty good speed, then balanced defense res. I think Kent is the same.
What's Kent's growth?
Yeah, so Kent has noticeably lower strength growth, higher skill, higher speed, but only by 5%. Lower luck growth, interestingly, and then higher defense and res growth. So overall, Kent is probably going to be a more reliable unit. So I definitely recommend feeding Kent and Lyn as much as possible and ignoring every other unit in this moment.
I was going to, I think I'm going to do that, mostly because I think consistency is more important.
So basically, again, this being a prequel, or not a prequel, sorry, this Lyn mode, you don't really, so all you keep from Lyn mode, you don't keep inventories or anything, all you keep is characters and character levels, and all the characters rejoin you at a later point in the main game, and when they join you, even if you don't give them much stats, they can still contribute, which is why I highly recommend, there's something else that'll come up, but that's why I highly recommend giving levels just to 2 characters. Lyn just has Lyn, Force Deployed, Lord, and Kent for a reason I don't feel like spoiling right now. It's a really minor spoiler, but
don't tell me still.
Yeah, I mean also I should clarify, it's a gameplay, not story spoiler.
Yeah, I've heard this music so much and in so many memes and in Smash Bros and such, and now I finally know where it's from.
Yes, this is the iconic Fire Emblem battle music.
I mean, Kent will be fine on his own. You can send him off there to fight if you want. He can take he can take a number of hits before dying. Sure. You're getting, 3-round KO'd? 4-round? I'm getting 3-round KO'd. But, you just don't want him going after Sane. Although it wouldn't be the worst thing, honestly. Sane, basically, you also have a limited number of units, so even if you're feeding XP to as many people as possible, having Sane, tank is going to be a necessity at some point. And you still don't 1-round this unit. Great.
It's fine. I was wanting to give the kill to Kent to help and give him a level.
Oh, it's fine. Lyn is just... I like Lyn a lot, but Lyn's really not very good. Unlike FE6, FE7 is actually a very enemy-focused game, and Javelins and Hand Axes reign supreme.
I do know about that. I did hear about Javelins being good.
Strength and luck's decent. Strength is nice to have. Luck to avoid criticals, although enemies in this game probably won't be critting much. But the strength is nice.
Well, she does have good speed. Her speed is impressive.
Who, Lyn? That's one of her only standout stats. I mean, like I said, I know Mecha did a video on modding Lyn into FE6, and the results were very interesting. Lyn was speed screwed and still doubled a lot of enemies.
Right. Strength.
Yeah, you really want strength, but
Oh my god.
dang. Oh, and defense. Lynn has like a 20% defense growth or lower. It's really low. I don't think the boss moves. Bosses do move more frequently in this game compared to FE6, because again, they don't always have throw bonuses. That would 2-round KO, so unless you want to feed that to... well, Kent can reach, so it'll be fine. Doesn't double.
Hold on, so Kent... Oh, it's a remix of that same theme. So this is a 16 damage. Kent will do...
It only does 9.
9. So that is a kill.
That is a kill.
I will give this.
Getting to Lynn.
Accursed Knight's always tampering in others' affairs. These guys have the same sprite as Gonzo, but they're never going to be as good as Gonzo.
No one will ever be as good as Gonzo.
Gonzo was the best boy. He was so good. I loved him so much. Thank you for convincing me to use him. Last. There was only supposed to be a lone girl.
To be fair, Lynn actually totally could have cleared this map.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just like that, he died.
That's the last of them. Fantastic work of you. Okay, yeah, it is getting annoying, because I am not doing anything.
The CGs in this game are nice, though.
They are nice. And now for these Knights of Lycia. You were going to share your story with me? Yes. We have ventured from Caelin and Lycia in search of someone. Lycia, that's the country beyond the mountains in the southwest, isn't it? Correct, we've come as messengers to the Lady Madeline, who eloped with a nomad some 19 years ago. Madeline? Our lord the Marquess of Caelin's only daughter. He was heartbroken his own daughter would abandon him so. Eventually the Marquess simply declared that he had no daughter. And then this year we received a letter from Lady Madeline. It said that she, her husband, and their daughter were living happily on the Sakai Plains. The Marquess was ecstatic to learn he had a granddaughter of 18 years. I remember the smile on his face when he announced that he'd suddenly become a grandfather. The granddaughter's name is Lindis. This was also the name of the Marquess's wife, who passed away at an early age. Lindis. That she should bear the name thawed the Marquess's heart. Now his only wish is to meet his daughter's family at least once. This is why we're here. We didn't know that Lady Madeline died a few days after sending her letter. We only learned this shortly after we arrived here in Bulgar. But we also learned all was not lost. Her daughter yet lives. We heard that she was living alone on the plains. I knew it immediately. You are the Lady Lindis. Why would you think that?
The Lending Blade.
Your resemblance to your departed mother is remarkable. What? Did you know my mother? I'm sorry to say I never met her directly, but I saw her portraits in Castle Caelin. To the rest of my tribe, I was always Lynn. But when I was with my parents, when it was just the three of us, I was Lindis. It's all so strange. I was all alone in the world, and now I have a grandfather. Good touch. Eyes closing and blinking and such. Although they're blinking a little too much, now that I'm saying it.
Yeah, it's a little creepy.
But her, like, closing her eyes.
Right. No, again, this is why I really like FE7's Lynn mode. Just because it's so focused on Lynn and just her quest to meet her grandfather. And it's just, I like it so much more than, oh no, world-ending dragon, gather the sacred relics to defeat him with falchion. It's like, okay, cool, again.
And now I have a grandfather. Lindis. I never thought I would hear that name again. Wait. That bandit, he called me Lindis too. What? How could he have...
But then
He
who's
was a
Lindis
henchman of
1?
Lord Lundgren, wasn't he? Lundgren? Who's that? He's the Marquess's younger brother. Everyone assumed the Lady Madeline was gone forever. This made Lord Lundgren heir to the Marquess's title. To be blunt, milady, your existence is an obstacle to your granduncle's ambitions. I have no interest in inheriting any title. Unfortunately, your granduncle is not the sort of man to believe that. I believe the attempts on your life will persist. What should I do? Accompany us to Caelin. Continuing on this way is dangerous. I feel I have little choice. I will go with you.
The answer is always murder in the Fire Emblem game.
Fume, I'm sorry. This changes everything. What will you do, Fume? You want me to decide? Of course, your companionship would do much to ease my journey, but it's going to be so dangerous. You'll come? Are you sure? Thank you. Like, again, the tiny, like, up, like, tilt up of her lip. That's a good detail. Not the kind of thing you would have seen in FE6, which...
Well, they completely changed the way. I mean, it's just they've done the face head on. The hair is at a different angle. They've actually completely changed.
Right, but I meant like her expression changed. Like it's like there was a smile. It wasn't static.
Oh yeah, they do have a few more of those in FE7 and FE6.
Yeah. You'll come? Are you sure? Thank you. Let me ask once again for your friendship and your aid.
Their mouths also, which I don't think they did in FE6. They might. No, I don't think they did.
A small altar lies on the outskirts of Bulgaria. It's called Macedonia.
No, that's in FE1, 1 and 2.
I know. I'm being silly.
Sorry, 1 and 3.
This ancient temple, sacred to the people of Sakai, has long been known for its powerful bond to the world of spirits. Before starting their journey, our travelers come here to pray for their well-being. At this altar, Lynn's hand is directed to a grand inheritance, the Manikate. Manikate.
Yes. The spaghetti sauce. Anyway, the nice thing about inventories resetting, you do not have to conserve this sword. So go wild with it.
Oh, God.
Hey, guys, I'm sorry to duck out so suddenly, but it is like almost midnight, and I'm pretty tired. I gotta be up in the morning, so I'm gonna go ahead.
No worries.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Sleep well. Dream of, I don't know. What are you playing nowadays, Detroit?
Well, past few days I have actually been playing Sea of Stars, new, JRPG that just came out. Well, I don't know if you'd call it a JRPG, but it's like it's an RPG.
Fair enough. Well, have fun dreaming of Sea of Stars.
Thank you. Hopefully I can actually
Good night.
fall asleep and stay asleep, because it's rough out here.
Yeah, I get that. See ya.
Alright guys, have a good one.
Alright, let's go back to the two of us then. And I'll call
well,
you back.
I mean, not like we have much of a choice. Did you want to just switch chats again, or you just want to keep going?
Let's just switch chats. It's easier.
Alright, you want to...
Hello, everyone. I'm back. Fume, hold a moment. Allow me a short detour. There is a sacred sword enshrined in an altar east of here. The people of Sakai go there to pray for safety at the onset of a long journey. Oh, how quaint. The teachings of Elimine have the most followers in Elebe. It is nice to see that here, at least, the ancient customs are still observed. Never mind. Old man, stay where you are and hold your tongue. Threaten me as you will, but I will not give up the Manikati. The Manikati is a sacred blade under divine protection. It cannot be removed from its place of rest. You're a fool, old man. What good's a sword if you don't use it? Hold on a second.
Barret as a work of art, which is actually, I mean, several swords throughout history have been created for ceremonial or other purposes than to be used in combat.
Pretty much, yeah. I use it in combat sacrilege. Sacrilege, I am glass. The gods fear my name. My swordplay is fearless. And if I want
So
the
it's
sword,
funny because he's like the third boss. I mean, you just know he's going to be weak.
Now, get out of my way. Oof. This is it. It's more magnificent than I'd imagined. This sword is made for swordsmen of my skill. What's this? I can't draw the sword from its scabbard. The spirits of the blade have judged you. You have been found wanting. They have rejected you. What? Listen, you see now, old fool. If you value your life, well, get out of my sight. Curses, miserable spirits. I care nothing for you. I'll tear this altar down stone by stone. I beg your pardon, milady. Are you headed east to the altar? Yes, we are indeed. Then you must hurry and help the priest there. I saw a band of local ruffians heading there not long ago. They seemed intent on stealing the altar's sacred sword. The Manikati, they're going to steal it? I cannot allow this to happen. You look like a virtuous group. Please help him. Lindis, what are you planning? If you hope to go to the priest's aid, you'll need to prepare. You're right. Say, Fume. There are some homes to the south of us. Perhaps you should go there and question the residents.
Oh, I should mention that this game also does have Gaiden chapters. I think there's only one in Win mode, but it exists. Oh, you don't need to go to those. Those are purely for information and nothing else.
I'll deal with them with Sane. He's not doing anything.
I mean, he can help fight the boss, but yeah, that's about it. I mean, they're really just like the FE6 one. It was like, hey, do you know money is important?
Do you know much about the sword held at the altar? It's called the Manikadi, blessed by the spirits. According to the priest, the Manikadi is waiting for its rightful owner to appear. It's so odd, don't you think? The idea that a sword can choose who will wield it?
So you can either go through that wall, or you can fight your way around the long way. Well, Kent can't actually, because Kent can't go over mountains, as far as I know. Horses and all that. But anyway, yeah. Probably want to start giving Kent some experience. So, well, I would attack with Lynn and then feed it to Kent, because he hasn't leveled up once yet.
He did. He leveled up. He got strength and luck.
Oh, that's right. He got strength. Yeah. But you might just crit and then kill them. I do love the animations, though. They're always good.
They're really good. Say, aren't you the... Oh, you're going to help the priest. Well, perhaps you could benefit from something I saw earlier. Bandits may have the main entrance guarded. However, one of the altar's walls is cracked and in poor repair. You might be able to create another entrance by hitting that section with your weapons. We're all counting on you.
Yo, the wall is cracked? Nice.
We're trying, like...
Best character.
We're trying to save this temple from getting destroyed. Better break down the walls.
We're trying to save the altar from getting destroyed. We don't care about that
make it more difficult to be hit, but they're difficult to traverse. You're riding on horseback, you can't cross them at all. Be careful.
Basically, you can't enter... Excuse me. Kent and Sane can't enter without breaking it down, so it'd also be great to have Sane just start wailing on the wall with his lance, because you're not going to use lances. You're going to use them, but enemies that where you need them aren't as common in Lyn mode.
Right.
Because again, Lyn being sword locked.
Oof. Alright, I'll give
you have no ranged weapons, so only one person can hit the wall at a time, unfortunately. Can Kent make it to the... or Sane, rather, make it to the wall? Oh, no. Unfortunate. It doesn't really matter for you. I would honestly feed this to Kent, because Lyn's going to have to take a bit of time across the mountains, which he probably wants to do just to kill that brigand in the corner, because experience is experience, and she's going to get used to it anyway.
I'll take it.
It's pretty good. I'd use the lance.
Whoops.
The lance does more damage and is less valuable, because every enemy uses a sword right now.
Axe right now.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say staying on the mountain for tactical advantage, but whatever. Also, I think the wall would have broken in 2 hits if you used a...
Yes, you're right.
I would just stay in the forest.
She's not gonna get hit.
Well, no, but then you only bait one enemy. But anyway, oh, you didn't want to break the wall?
I should have had,
Well, you could have Kent do it, and then you can just trade up the sword.
Oh my god.
This Lyn is blessed. I mean, I've actually had a blessed Lyn before, and it's always entertaining, but this is definitely a good start.
What I meant is that if I had Sane break the wall, then I could move Kent the same turn to attack the boss.
Yeah, it's not a big deal though. Or you could have broken it and had the bandit attack you. But whatever. Now we're just chilling here. You could honestly even have Sane start to weaken the boss. Like, it's not the worst thing ever to get just some experience to get through win mode. But I would definitely enemy phase him, I think. I mean, you can see what the battle forecast looks like. Oh yeah, you want to enemy phase him just so you don't kill him. Because you probably want to kill with Ken or Lin. Oh, healing
Or
AI.
that guy.
He has healing
Who do
AI,
you
so he's going
think
to go
you
to the
are?
port.
What chance do you think you have against me?
Oh, he wasn't going to repeat his name again? Lame.
Alright, I'll give this kill to Kent. Or I'll have Kent come down and intercept this guy, and I'll have, well, no, actually, Lin can get him.
Yeah, I would just have Kent go for the boss.
He's
The
got a
lance is
sword, yeah. That's a kill. You.
and just like
guess
that,
he
he died.
Shattered like glass.
Really? Oh, that's useful. Probably trade that to, oh yeah, you could do some rescue dropping. You could also, I was going to say, trading the Vuln to, Sane is not a terrible idea because he doesn't have one. Kent has a full one. I'd leave those on Lin. Anywhere next to Kent is fine. Oh, I was going to say you can just drop him directly on the throne, but
She can't see us this turn.
no, but you can still drop them there. Also, I would trade for the, yeah.
Ah, your clothing. Are you of the Lorca tribe? I am Lin, the chieftain's daughter. Are you hurt, sir? Thanks to you, I am unscathed. You have my gratitude. And the sword, is it safe? Yes, I have sealed the sword safely away. Until I remove my spell, the sword cannot be drawn. Now, as a token of my gratitude, I shall allow you to lay hands upon the Manikari. Touch the blade's pattern and pray for a safe journey. Oh, thank you so much. What did... The sword, it's glowing. It's the power of the spirits. Lin, they have looked into your soul and they call out to you. What does that mean? You are its rightful owner. You are to wield the Manikari. No, I can't. I couldn't. It's the sword's wish. If you require proof, draw it from its sheath. Ooh. It came out effortlessly. I never dared to hope that I might meet the wielder of the Manikari in my life. I am indeed fortunate to see your sword reach your hands. My sword?
Legendary sword passed down through the ages? 45 uses.
It is time for you to go, Lin. Hey, it's not like Tearfang where you get it broken.
At least it could be fixed.
True. It costs... How much gold do you have? I have a...
It costs 50k gold.
I have 900. You have 9 uses. I'll make it work.
Yeah, it's oh sweet, excuse me. What do you mean it's broken? Yeah, it costs it's just, I think it's just how much does Tearfang cost to repair? It's like 50k. It's like I've got
9k. You have
like,
9 uses.
I'll make it. It is true though. You're just like, was I supposed to have that much gold?
Yeah. I think I only had 3,000 when I first got it.
I don't know how much I had. I had maybe I could repair it pretty high, but yeah.
It's time for you to go.
I hadn't gotten when I first played FE4. I wasn't in the mindset of like using weapons till they break and using the same ones. I was like trying to conserve my good weapons and definitely made it harder on myself.
Yeah. It's time for you to go, Lin. You face a great many ordeals. Grip the sword and meet your destiny head on. Yes, sir.
Yes, random priest I've just met.
So this is the Manikari, a blade with no equal. This is also unbelievable. Perhaps the most famous sword in all of Sakai, in my hand. It's not so strange. In fact, many legends tell similar tales. Special blades all over the land call out to their proper owners. And yet, when I saw you draw that blade, Lindis, I felt something extraordinary. That sword was waiting for you. You were meant to draw it. Stop it. I'm nothing special. Think of it this way. Some weapons feel more comfortable on your hand, right? Well, the Manikati itself feels very comfortable with you. Does this make it any easier for you to accept? It doesn't appear that either of us can use it. It does feel right in my hand, a blade that only I can wield. That seems reasonable enough. I can understand that. Look at it, Fune. This is the Manikati. This is my sword. I must care for it well. Castle Kalen. What? Madeline's daughter is still alive? Yes, Lord Lundgren. The girl is traveling with Kenton Sane. What are your orders, if we let them be? Ugh, I've heard that Northern Burn is full of bandits. She's just a girl, she'll not survive her journey here. I'm more concerned with my older brother. His life must be ended quickly. The poison, there must be no blunders. Yes, my lord. He suspects nothing and continues to drink it. Marcus's death, due no doubt to sudden illness, is not far off. Soon Kaelin will be mine.
Also, as you'll find out, when he says suspects nothing, what he actually means is completely knows what we're doing.
The secrets of her past revealed in the words of two Knights of Lycia. Now, to meet her grandfather, Lyn heads west to Lycia and to her destiny. A mountain range separates the Sakay Plains from Bern. There are many bandits lurking here, the cruelest of which are the Talaver. They wreak havoc on both Sakay and Bern, and their savagery knows no bounds. On her 10th day away from the plains, Lyn witnesses their atrocities herself. Random Pegasus name.
Oh, but this is no random Pegasus Knight.
Band of mercenaries. This place, the entire area is in ruins. Why doesn't their Marquess do anything to help? Talaver Mountains is home to a gang of vicious, ruthless bandits. No Marquess holds power here. My village was near here, on the other side of the mountain. My people were the Talaver bandits came at night. It only took one night. The survivors numbered less than 10, including me. They're soulless beasts. I will never forgive them. Never. Lindis. I am not running away. I will be back someday. I'll be stronger. I will break their swords beneath me like twigs beneath a stallion's hooves. I will avenge my people. I'll do everything in my power. When the time comes...
It's honestly kind of raw that Lyn is just like, oh, by the way, I am going to commit, like, a bandit genocide. And I love genocide. Genocide can be applied in any terminology. So in this case, bandit genocide, referring to the complete extinction of bandits, would be apt.
Yes. Sane. Don't forget me, either. Kent. Oh, you too, Fume? You're... Hard. Thank you. Also, I disagree, Kitsu, but, wait,
the writing?
There, little lady. A little.
I mean, it's fun in its own way, but I definitely wouldn't call it great. Supports are really... Some of the supports are really good.
It depends on the game, but yes, I agree with you. The support quality, right? Support writing tends to be much higher quality, yes. Yeah. Wait right there, little lady. What are you gonna do to apologize, huh? She's quite the catch, eh, buddy? I bet the boss would give us a pretty penny for her. Yeah, she roughed me up a bit, so I figured fair's fair. It's no more than she deserves. What are we gonna do with the flying mule? Don't you dare touch her. What? You just watch your mouth, girlie. Do what you will with me, just... let her go, please, I beg of you. Silly twit. Pegasi can only be found in Ilia. They're a rare beast, worth more than you by far. We can sell it for a mountain of gold. Let it go? No, you can't. Come on, let's move. What's this? Be on your guard, Lindis. There seems to be a sort of commotion over there. That's a Pegasus. Could it be? Florina? Is that you, Florina? Ah, Lyn. Florina. What are you doing in a place such as this? Lyn. Is it really you? Come on now, no crying. I'm sorry. You are acquaintances? She's my friend. This is Florina, Pegasus Knight in training from Ilia. She's a little uncomfortable around men. Tell me, Florina, What happened here? Well, when I heard that you had left, I decided to follow you. Then I saw this village. I flew down to ask if they had news of you. I didn't see these two, and, well, did your Pegasus land on them? Well, a little. Aha, you heard her. She admits her fault. She stepped on my friend, and now she's got to pay. Did you apologize, Florina? Yes. I told them I was sorry many times over. They just wouldn't listen. Don't cry. It's all right. Lynn, listen, she's obviously sorry. Can't we just let this pass? You don't appear to be injured or anything. No chance. The girl goes with us, by force if need be. And then they run away. Hey, come on out now, boys. The men are fair game, but don't put a scratch on the girls. Oh, that's a lot of dudes. Phew, we've got to fight back. Lynn, you're a Pegasus Knight, aren't you? You can fight, can't you? Yes. Listen carefully, Fume. We're facing bandits. They're underlings, but we can't take them too lightly. Let's clear them out of here. Are you ready? Okay. Can we save these villages? The layout around here might make it difficult to fight. The same holds true for our foe, too. If we use these walls just so, they may ensure our victory. Lynn, who's that? This is Fume.
Rando I met 2 days ago.
But he's still my technician. 10 days ago. Oh, I see. Fume, I'm pleased to meet you.
Yeah, Florina exists. Flying is good. I mean, Pegasus Knights are Pegasus Knights. They're still good. But,
Was it worth getting this?
Yeah, I would definitely go to the village, and then just return to the fight. I'm pretty sure she can take at least one hit from that dude.
You came to help the village? That's good. With so many bandits, I wasn't sure what to do. It's not much, but here. But please take this money. There's an armory to the southeast of us. Equip yourself as you see fit and help us, please.
You could go down. I mean, I don't think you're going to get one-rounded by the sword unit. You can double-check, but I'm pretty sure you will not. You can still check. I mean, okay, you can always check stats. Yeah, 5 speed, you're not going to get one shot.
Yeah.
Sane should... Actually, I don't think Lynn can reach the archer. So Sane should... So she should probably visit what happens to the other one. He can.
Sorry?
Right? I think Lynn should do it, because I don't think Lynn can reach. Yeah. And then I guess...
Is anyone there? Leave us alone, you thugs. Go away, we've got no more gold for you. No, wait, please, we're not bandits. We want to help the village, please listen. Remain inside, everyone. I'll go see what's happening. Ooh. Oh, it's the song. It's the song. I know the song. I'm bopping my head.
Kind of a bop.
No, not bandits, huh? So, who are you? My name is Lynn. My colleagues and I are just traveling through here. We saw some bandits about. We're going to deal with them, but we need you to go and warn the villagers. Hey, wait. My name's Will. I'm a traveler source, too. Listen, these villagers have been kind to me. Mind if I fight with you? Not at all. We need all the help we can get. Welcome aboard, Will.
Yeah, it's a lot like Wolf, but he's not technically Wolf's father, because Wolf has a canonical mother instead. But yeah,
useless?
What?
Is he useless?
Archers are not great in this game. I would see what you can do. I would move him last. I'd see what Kent and Stain can do to the archer first. Stain first, probably. Kent doubles, you can just kill him then. That's fine. That's probably worth. And then he can either rescue drop Lynn closer to the front lines, or shooting the Merc is not a terrible idea either. Well, he wouldn't be. Actually, no, he can't rescue drop. Never mind. I mean, he can, but it's a whole thing. I'd probably just shoot the Merc.
I don't know if I will, because I don't want to kill.
Which means you weaken up for Florina, which is good.
I don't want Florina to get the kill.
It's fine if she does. Again, like, you want to feed Kent and Lynn as much as possible, but Florina is a good unit. Like, again, Pegasus Knights are useful. Plus, Florina might not even kill Florina, to be honest. And I'd have Ken for him, yeah. She won't be able to move next turn, but honestly, she wasn't going to get to the front lines anyway.
There's nobody in ranged either.
Right.
She's
a slim one. Exact lethal. Wow.
I think I can just drop Lynn and block the door.
You can, or you can just have Kent do it. And I would wonder. Oh, I was gonna say you can trade around because I don't know which sword she has equipped, and I don't know what sword you want to be using. The Monikati is a pretty nice weapon. I would, bring Florina down, and that's out of range of the archers, I think.
Oh, she
actually 5-1 rounding. But you really do want to start accelerating.
I know.
Because ideally he'd be around level 13 to 15 by the time
Wait, 13 to 15?
By the time the first 10 chapters are over? Yes.
Okay, well, I will have her get the kill because, she's blocking the others.
Florina can also get it. And then Lynn can go for the archer, and then Kent can go for someone else. Though Florina's hit would be kind of shaky. Oh, that's fine.
I just don't know if I want her to get experience.
I mean, again, Florina as a flying unit is very, very... Like, if there was going to be a third unit to give experience to in this campaign, Florina's probably up. And again, you want to give the most experience to Kent, and, honestly, Lynn's kind of an afterthought. It's fun, but you really want to give a lot to Kent and Kent. Alright, so...
That's skill.
Yeah. I just don't know if you want to do that or the lance to kill the mercs. But given those, I think the iron sword is the safer choice.
Yeah, you're right.
And then maybe just have Will take a pot shot at the
That's the axe guy.
Brigand, just because.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
Well, pretty mediocre in a game where hit rates are easy, but I would say try to keep. Oh yeah, that's fine.
It's not F6, I forgot.
It's not. No, hit rates are it's very easy to hit in this game.
Oh, she can get the kill here.
I don't know if I would do that or just attack one of the mercs. I would just. That's with the Monikati. You can probably even. I might do that and let Ken deal with the rest.
The Monikati isn't necessary because she.
No, there's no reason to use it. I mean, it's just very nice to be able to use it when you want to, because again, it's going to come back for the main campaign.
Alright, strength again, please.
I mean, your strength's already pretty good.
Oh my god.
What the hell? Wow. This is actually insane. Nice. And I guess Stain can go to the armory. Honestly, he's a pretty good unit to go to the armory. You have no convoy, of course, so you'll need to.
Oh wow, he doesn't double. That's strange. Why does he double? Why doesn't he double?
The archers are probably weighed down. Yeah. So one of these goes to Kent. You can always enemy phase and just keep going to Kent, or probably better off to give one to either Florina or Lynn. I just don't know. I would use the lance because you're using it less, and just use the lance to conserve weapon uses and kill the. And then I guess Florina or Lynn to kill the brigands.
I guess Florina, because.
I mean, what level is Lynn? 35. I mean, it'd be nice to get Florina 1 level. I don't know.
No, she doesn't even get the kill.
Well, then never mind. Will could probably check, but
I think Will kills. Yeah, he kills.
Just give it to Lynn. I guess Fane could have traded Florina the Iron Lance, but that would have weighed her down a lot, and accuracy would have been. You still probably want to give her an Iron Lance, though. What do you have available for me already? Oh. I would buy 1 Iron Sword. Actually, I'd buy 2 Iron Swords. And that's it. Yeah, and Florina should take 1 of the Iron Lances. And 1 of those swords is for Lynn, because hers is about to break. I mean, you can always use them on Mikaki, but... Again, there's no... Oh, I wouldn't trade it. There's no reason if you can't Kanto, so Stain can just trade it this turn.
You're right.
But it's just a good idea to have swords available to you. And now Stain also has a sword which will be useful. But yeah, Kent. I would probably give us. What is the Kent's level? So like Lynn's level 5 or 6 now, I guess. 5 or 6. I think 5. And Kent's what?
4.
Yeah, Kent should definitely. You can just enemy phase.
Well, I can chip him down and then get the kill with Kent this turn.
Yeah, that could work too.
Hey, listen, there's something I wanted to ask you. Begging for your life so soon, wench? Are you Talaver bandits? Talaver? Those greedy monsters? We're nothing like them. Those fiends will even kill women and children. We're from Ganelon, and we know a little something of honor. We don't harm women, for one thing. After all, why kill what you can sell? If you're not Talaver, then there's no reason for you to die here today. If you would like to tuck your tails and flee, do so now.
I kind of forgot how wrong Lynn is. Like, she has a lot of comebacks.
You no more courtesies. You're going to learn to watch your tongue. I just realized that was fatal if she got hit.
That was a 25% chance of death.
No, yeah, man, that's...
I mean, just use the sword.
I'm gonna risk it for a biscuit.
Well, you have other reasons to use the lance later. Like, it's not like using the sword's a problem.
Draw your swords. That's fine. We're not listening to any of your stinking apologies. You'll live to regret this, my brothers. The Ganon Bass will not let this stand. I might do only one or 2 more chapters and then be done.
Yeah.
I'll take speed and defense.
Yeah, but like, I mean, you see what I say about Lynn mode not being too bad.
Yeah, that's finally taken care of. Then, Florina, why did you follow me? It's so dangerous. Do you remember the knighting ceremony of the Pegasus Knights of Ilia? Yes, you joined a band of freelance soldiers to further your training. Is that what brought you here, Florina? Uh-huh. I wanted to talk to you before I set out. But when I went into Sakai, I heard that you had left with some strangers, and you were worried for me? Thank you, but I'm more worried about you. Me? Listen, most mercenaries are men, right? Bandits of men? I can't imagine you being at all comfortable around them. I know. It's just I've always dreamt of being a Pegasus Knight. I imagine I would just work it out, somehow. After today, I'm not so sure. Maybe I should just give up. Florina, don't cry. Yes, there's no reason to give up your dream.
Oh no, it's the horny knight. He's returned.
Lovely Florina, I have the most brilliant idea. Same? You should come with us. With the addition of Will here, we're a fine group of soldiers and freelance to boot. Wait, did you just include me? That's pretty funny. Of course, we were destined to meet here. It's fate.
I don't know fate.
Come now, Lindis's band of mercenaries is as good a training group as you will find anywhere. Saying this is no joking matter. Lindis, Lynn? Mercenaries? I can give you details later. This is all a bit rushed. However, Sane is right. Will you come with us, Florina? Travel with you, Lynn? Truly? I would be so happy. Fantastic. Beauteous Florina, I am a knight of Kalen. My name is Sane. Eee! Stay back, don't get so close. Ah, beautiful, yet so modest. I beg your forgiveness. Calling us mercenaries. No, I approve. We can't leave Florina on our own. She requires special attention, though. Can I count on you? Yes, you have.
You were literally the only other woman in this army.
So, is it really alright if I travel with you? Oh yes, of course, if you're willing, Will. Actually, I'm very grateful. Truth be told, all my money was stolen, and I'm at a bit of a crossroads. I would be honored to count myself as one of Lindis's legion. Oh, that's cute. Oh, Kent. Lindis's Legion. Kent. This is getting stranger with every day, Fiona. An occupation's shadow. Oh. After defeating the bandits, Lynn continues westward. She and her colleagues stop for the night at a ruined fortress. The Gallon bandits are in a rage after their brethren fell to Lynn's swords. They race in pursuit of the companions. Their angry footsteps sound closer and closer.
Oh, that's Brian. Somewhere else.
Huh?
No, I was just looking for I have that one saved for special occasions, if necessary.
What's saved? Oh, nice.
This is honestly, I think, the chapter I find the hardest in Lin mode, or probably one of the two. Basically,
Nice.
well, we'll see when we start why.
Tonight's bed. This mildewy old fortress, is that the best we can do? Come, well, surely you jest. The bandits keep everything in turmoil around here. No one has time to worry about travelers, and there are rather a lot of us. This will be fine. Who wants to be stuck inside anyway? I prefer a place where I can feel the wind blow. As long as I'm at Lynn's side, I'll be fine. And for your protection, your man-at-arms Sane will be right here by your side, ladies. Sane, both you and I are to remain awake. We will alternate the watch. Ah, alas. Your pardon, lady. Who's there? Forgive my intrusion. My name's Natalie. I'm from a village not far from here. Ah, ow. Are you alright? Huh? Your leg. It's fine, don't worry. It's from childhood sickness. I can't travel far on it, but it doesn't trouble me much. What are you doing out here by yourself? I'm looking for my husband. I heard he was in this area. He said he was going to raise money to have my leg mended. He left the village and hasn't returned. He's a kind-hearted man, but I think he might be involved in something dangerous. I got so worried. Here's a sketch of him. It's a poor likeness at best, but his name is Dorcas. Do you know of him? I'm sorry, I don't believe I've seen or heard of him. I see. If you do meet him, please give him a message. Tell him that Natalie is looking for him. I will tell him, I promise. Here they are. We finally tracked down a band that defeated Miguel. So they decided to hole up in this ruined fortress. Hello, Mouse Man.
Yeah, it's one of the sprites that shows up a lot in this game.
Perfect. We'll wait till it gets dark, and then you're an idiot. There are only a few of them, and some are women. If we attacked them at night, I'd be a laughingstock. Besides, we might hurt the women by mistake. I'll not be so wasteful. You're right. Karjiga,
probably.
Karjiga. You're so smart. We'll avenge Miguel and get some pretty souvenirs to boot. Who knows? Well, maybe I'll be a leader after all. Let's go. Spread out in circle to place you rogues. Let's finish this before it gets too dark to see.
So, I hate this chapter.
Yeah, it's a little rough looking.
It's a defend chapter, and that sucks.
Your name's Dorcas, right? You haven't done much since you joined us. If those weapons of yours aren't just for show, today's the day to let us see what you can do. I want you to attack from the back entrance to the east. There's supposed to be a woman inside. I want you to capture her. Do that and I'll increase your share of the take. If you want gold, you'll get the job done. A bunch of women, huh? It'd break Natalie's sweet heart to see me sing so low. Lady Lindis, outside the fortress, bandits. What did you say? Persistent bunch, aren't they? What do you think? Shall we get out and face them? No, Natalie cannot move well, and that would put her in danger. Let them come to us. We'll fight here within these walls. Fume, take over. The command is yours. All we have to do is hold out until they tire and leave. Oh. Rest easy, Natalie. No one will harm you. Listen, everyone. Fight with caution.
So,
Fume, hold on. This fortress has 2 entrances. I'll take the eastern door. Wait. Fume, that man over there. Doesn't he resemble the picture of Natalie's husband?
So yeah, obviously tutorial time. Basically, this chapter is hard because you've been feeding all of your experience to, just Lynn and Kent, but now you're going to have to use your whole army because, well, I mean...
Yeah.
I would suggest Lynn going to recruit Dorcas. Kent and Stain should plug that choke point, and then I would actually have them back up one, just to, create like or even two actually. Basically, like the more you can leave it as a funnel, the better off you are. What does he have equipped? Do you have the sword equipped? What about Ken? You can click. Oh, it was because he can click trade, but and then Will could also one if you want the archer maybe, because he also has wolves, so he could just go to the wall and draw the archer out. He can just wait, and Florina should just. Well, let's see. She should probably no. I would have her stay where she is for now, as provided she's out of the way. Just I was gonna say check enemy ranges, but yeah. Then Dorcas can go over to help as well, and Lynn can hold off over here. Can try to go for the boss. I mean, there's a lot of options. Hopefully, actually, Ken might double, which could be yeah. Can suffer from success now. Singing is really just there to be a wall. Is there to be a meat shield.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah, it has a lot of HP, so it'll hold out for a while. But eventually, you know, all good things must pass. So that's why Dorcas and Florina are mostly there to also meat shield. If things get really bad, you can retreat to the room Natalie's in.
Hi, Amanda Carla.
But yeah. Let's see what the archer's gonna do.
I'm guessing there are gonna be reinforcements.
Yeah. Yeah. No, on hard mode, it's not actually that easy to go kill the boss. Okay, this is good. Oh, this is really good. You can definitely win this duel.
You, tell me, are you Dorcas? How do you know my name? Natalie told me. What are you doing with these rogues? I need money. That may be, but joining up with mercenaries? It's the only way to earn gold in these parts. I'll do anything, even this. For gold, anything? Would you hurt your wife? Natalie's here. We're protecting her within this fortress. What? She's here? She was so worried that she came looking for you. Think, Dorcas. Would your actions please your wife? You're right. Well, I understand. I can't do this. I'm done with these bandits here and now. Really? Yes. And I would repay you for your kindness toward Natalie. Allow me to fight for you. Can he talk to Natalie?
I think he actually can. Also, like, Lynn probably wants to be holding off that side on her own anyway. Hand axe is nice, but whatever. It's pretty inaccurate.
Well, that's a decent starting skill.
Dorcas is decent. He's not great, and he's kind of hard to use again just because of accuracy, but yeah, definitely. It's also safe for Florina now to do some meat shielding. It might be better to move. I'm not sure if it's. Doesn't double. In that case. 40% hit, and then you go down lower. What else? Saying, I would honestly be not aggressive and actually.
I forgot I forgot that wasn't a kill.
In that case, Sane can just get the kill now, so you don't get the attack during the enemy phase.
That was dumb. I forgot that. I thought that was.
Kent is a little bit more exposed. But that's okay. Honestly, you're in a decent position. Wait, does that... I was going to see if the band has a hand axe, because you can also,
I thought he was doubling. Why wasn't he doubling?
The enemies might have rolled higher. I mean, it's hard to say.
Speed and defense again.
It's pretty good.
That's the second turn.
Lower strength is definitely unfortunate, but what are you going to do?
I mean, he's gotten speed and defense twice in a row.
Which is, again, very good. Does Bandit have a hand axe? Because otherwise I'd have Will go up there and just start going to work on the mercenary, because why not? But hand axe means he gets countered, which is... for Dorcas. You can't... Oh, you have to discard... discard the 6-sided sword. That's not doing much. Honestly, the one-use one was probably more useful.
What are you waiting for? She's just a child, a girl. Get more men up here now.
And these enemies are unfortunately the reinforcements you just got are, I believe. Well, don't. Oh no! Well, then just check. Attack the Merc because the Merc is going to be more dangerous. Well,
Yeah.
he's reround them, so yeah. I mean, Will can just sit here and kill people. Pretty useful.
Is Will like a bad character, like, what level, or?
He's not great, but like again, he's useful here. I think Kench needs to heal. I would honestly back up. Well, actually, you could get a kill this turn and heal next turn because no one else is in range. I would get the kill for Ken insane.
I just thought he might be able to chip.
Ken can do that because even if he gets hit, like he'll heal next turn.
Also, I think Lynn has gotten strength on every level up.
Yes, she has. Lynn's been really, you've been really RNG-less. Then Sane can just get it. I mean, Florina's a good option too, but like Sane's right here, and it's not worth
Risking a miss, yeah.
Yeah, it's just not worth messing things up.
Okay.
Yo, the crit.
The first crit?
Totally unnecessary. Lynn either wants to go into the forest for a void against them, or she wants to go down and try to kill the boss, but I don't know how effective that would be. I also would, before you commit to that, check ranges, because there's an archer down there. I mean, it's an option. She'll probably take damage.
I'll try it.
I would go all the way down then, and check if the Monikati has more void than the Iron Spear, because it might. Well, you can equip it in the items menu, it'll show you.
Okay.
So I would just. Oh well, no, you don't. So don't exit out of that menu. Like an easy way to see it is just go into that item menu again. Not that one. Yeah. Click again. Click item. Go to Monikati. So it has less hit,
right,
more attack, more crit, and less the same void. So it doesn't matter. You can use either one of them. Less hit. That's interesting.
Must be a little.
And then you can talk to Natalie. I think you were gonna do.
What's the flashing blue?
Hmm.
The flashing blue on Natalie.
Oh, that just shows, I guess, that she's not gonna move.
Natalie, is it you? Natalie, are you alright? What were you thinking coming out all this way? I was worried about you. Please don't let my leg trouble you anymore. You mustn't put yourself in such danger, please. I'm sorry, I must have been out of my head. I didn't realize that girl Lynn made me open my eyes. Lindis brought you here? I'll explain later. We've got to drive the back of these bandits first. Listen, stay put. Don't move from here. Alright, as long as you're here, I know I'm safe.
And I might have Florina go over to protect that gap. Or honestly, it's hard to say whether she's... Yeah, I guess she should stay there. So I was gonna say, she can also just block the other gap instead, and it's less big a deal, but... Dodge? Nice. Alright, Linda's absolutely gonna one-round this archer, which is very nice. I actually wouldn't do that because I think the archer, the boss, does have a hand axe, so I just go one tile forward. Because you can reach the boss. Oh, he doesn't do axe. Then yeah, you can do that. Probably just use the iron. Oh, I guess we're using the Monikati.
I guess we're getting a crit.
Well, it does have crit, which is nice, but yeah. Then you'll heal. Honestly, he's taking so little damage that if you're going to kill the boss next turn, you might not need to heal. But healing is definitely the safer play.
I'll do it because I get items back. Dorcas will attack Natalie if
you
you
get a
don't
different
recruit
inventory,
him.
but again, you have to get through 10 chapters.
Dorcas will apparently kill Natalie if you don't recruit him.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Fire Emblem AI is great. Yeah, check what you look like with iron. Yeah, see what the iron does. That's 9. That's a 2-hit kill. I would just use the iron, use the iron then and enemy phase. In fact, I'd even go. I don't think you get terrain bonuses because you're a flyer. So I was gonna say move into the forest anyway, just so you can get experience, but that's fine.
Sorry.
Basically, no one else is getting that experience, so Florina might as well get it. Same doesn't do anything.
Oh, I didn't notice that guy up there.
Oh, they keep spawning. That's why it's nice to have Florina just fight as many as she can before Lynn's gonna murder the boss.
Oh, this isn't. Oh, okay. He doubles.
The reinforcements might be weaker. Again, I don't know how hard mode works, but hard mode shenanigans could be afoot.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, no speed though.
Oof.
It's fine. You'll take the forest next turn, and the boss will probably have like very minimal hit.
More strength. That was horrendous.
That's a very Lynn level up.
Well, no speed even.
That's fine though, because you can also just end it here. I would have. Well, before you do, I would confirm it actually is a. Well, honestly, that's what you did. That's a pretty safe maneuver, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't end it. You have a 9 hit, but you would die. I would use the one use roll, and you're gonna take 2 turns anyway. So I would just I would use the roll. You can use the iron sword. I think it's still. Yeah, you're gonna need to. Yeah, you're gonna need to like hit 4 times anyway. So this is fine. You can send Kent out to start killing bandits if you want to grab some more experience with him.
I will.
Because right now you've kind of controlled the map.
Pretty good.
Strength is nice. No speed is meh. Again, Will's not a horrendously long-term unit. Yes, the level gains do transfer to the next campaign.
That's really unfortunate.
I can't remember if they get buffed or not if they're under their normal levels. But in the most cases, they join so early it doesn't matter. Like there's a specific reason I'm telling you to level K. And it does involve. Unfortunate. Warrior really needs strength. Her speed's okay too. Tank can just vibe right now. We might need to go help Will. I'm not sure if it's gonna work.
Wow, why are they so tough? You bring more men here right away.
Talking mad shit for someone in killing range.
I guess I might as well get the kill with Florina.
I mean, she would want it more than anyone else, so. Yeah, Stain is gonna want to go up there. But actually, he'll kill this turn, so it doesn't matter. Definitely, kill the boss last, because I do think that ends the map. But even if it doesn't, you're in a safe spot, so Ken could just go all the way to God knows where and kill another brigand. I would go to the one below, because you can probably one round that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Will's gonna start chipping the upper one anyway, but.
I know he's not going to move him. I'm moving him so that Sane can block Flip.
No, I would attack him because the bandit can't break and attack in the same turn.
Good point.
So this is just free experience. Plus the map is going to end because you're going to just kill the boss with Lynn. I mean, you can hand axe if you really want. I don't think it gets you anything.
Experience.
Yeah, like 10 points of experience.
This isn't not me.
Oh, it didn't end.
Oh, it doesn't
Interesting.
end.
Interesting. Well, that's honestly, again, not a big deal because we were not in a position where it was problematic. It probably does stop reinforcements, though, would be my guess.
Nope.
Oh, well, that guy was already there.
Nope.
Oh, interesting. Well, Kent can just get a free kill. Poor Kent's Iron Sword. Rest in peace. There'll be another armory, I don't know when. Soonish.
Oh, let's level up again.
And then Will can chip and might as well get Sam the kill. I mean, see if you can get another pot shot to get a kill with Florina.
Nah.
Yeah, as expected. I think Florina can still take a hit, so I think it's honestly not a big deal. I would actually attack, because that way in the enemy phase, they'll die, and then you'll still get the experience from the kill. So I'd have Florina go out and attack. Because again, you can take... Yeah, you can easily take 2 hits. This is not a
I
problem.
forgot, yeah.
And there's no crit. You literally cannot die here.
No, you're right, you're right.
And level up.
Oh, hello.
It's fine, you can also take 3 hits. And if you'd gotten a crit, you would have been able to get multiple kills. But oh well.
I mean, she's still gonna level up. Oh, or I was
Yes.
thought it was going for the...
Yeah, because this guy's gonna die.
Ugh.
No, that defense is actually really nice on her, because she is typically pretty frail. And that's the map.
Curses! They're not human. Listen up, rogues. Retreat. Fall back. The enemy's fled. Phew, move on. Dorcas! I'm so sorry, Natalie. All that ends well, right, Natalie?
And we will never speak about Dorcas becoming a bandit again.
Our village is close. I'll take Natalie home and return tomorrow. Huh? Why can't we just say our farewells today? Well, I spoke with Fume. I've been invited to join your group. But we're going to Lycia. I have to go somewhere to earn money. If you think I'll be of use, I'd like to fight for you. You help my wife, I owe you. Dorcas. Please, Lynn, we are both in agreement on this. Watch over my husband. Things have finally calmed down. We'll continue taking turns keeping watch. Please rest easily. Is that alright? Are you sure, Sane? Oh, yes, of course. Let me warn you. If bandits sneak up on you, they'll cut you down without mercy. Do you understand that? What, do you doubt my bravery? Am I not a knight? There's no need to worry. Right, Kent? If there's anything suspicious, we'll take care of it. Rest assured. Really? Well, good night then. See you tomorrow, Fume. Well, I'm actually yawning. Let's go. No one ever trusts me. The next morning comes too quickly. Lynn has fought the bandit's attack. Now she rushes for the border of Bern. If she can reach it, Lycia itself is not far off. For a moment, Lynn stops to imagine the face of a grandfather she's never seen. As an axe guy approaches.
Is this the, let's see. So we're not in Airfans. Yeah, this is the Urk Sarah chapter. Sarah. Sarah's a character who I kind of hated the first time I played this game. Then I read her support, so I was like, oh shit, this is a really good character, and I feel really bad for this character.
We've almost reached the Lycian border. Once we cross, we'll be safe from the bandits, right? We should be. I doubt they'll be willing to pursue us across the border. Lycia at last. It's been a long time. Tomorrow we'll dine on a feast of Lycia's finest foods. The mistress of the inn at the crossing is said to be a beauty. Ah yes, food and love, no better way to restore a man's soul. It's going to be a fine evening, eh, Kent? If your behavior is as deplorable as ever, well, you'd best stay elsewhere. We're not here for sightseeing. Oh, come now, that's not fair. Kent, the inn will be fine. As you say, my lady. Lindis, you are truly an angel from on high. It's nothing. Forget it. Ah, we'll finally be able to get a good night's sleep. Oh no, these bandits are persistent, I'll give them that much.
So a lot of the well, never mind. More dialogue.
Ah, here they are, I found them. What, not again? They're still after us? Don't think you're getting away so easily. You'd leave alive and everyone will think again when bandits have gone soft.
Really? They just
So,
killed like half
the
their
team.
army, and you think like people are gonna think you're soft? I don't think so.
So, we hear nothing for you, or your reputations. We must get to Lycia, get in our way, and you'll pay.
God damn.
Cheeky little thing, aren't you? No, that's the knights. Remember, the knights are the ones that are cheeked up. Cheeky little things, aren't you? Let's get 'em, lad. No holding back just 'cause there are women with them. Wipe 'em out. Oh, we're lost. This makes me so mad. You told me you were certain this was the correct path. What's your point, Urk? What are you trying to say? I swear you are not the woman I agreed to escort. What? What's that supposed to mean? I heard someone was needed to escort a frail Lycian priestess to Ostia. Yes, and I'm that priestess. Frail? You? Sarah, you have no need of any escort to protect you. Even the most hardened criminal would flee in terror after 5 minutes. In your company. I'll return your money, gladly. Now, will you please go on to Ostia alone? No, you're my escort, Urk. Mine. You're so clean and tidy. A noble woman like myself can't be seen without a proper escort. Your personality's nothing special, but you're not bad to look at. I believe that's my line. And I have to take you all the way to Ostia? I only hope. My nerves can endure the journey. What are you mumbling about? You're so gloomy. Huh, something's happening over there. Let's take a look. Ah, of course. The first opportunity to get involved in trouble and she jumps right in. No amount of money is worth this. Ugh. Wow, a fight! A fight! Look, take a look, fighting those bandits. It's a young girl. Fool, keep your voice down. Eh? What's this? You're in league with the she-devil? Ah, this is so wrong. Yeah, I'll take care of you with one swift stroke. Eek, eek, eek! Urk, help me! So loud. Sarah, behind me. You there, see if you can match me.
I thought it was a scripted crit. I guess not.
Not scream. Look, Fume, someone's over there.
So yeah, Sarah is basically a proto Hilda, except Hilda's just worse than Sarah, which is unusual. Normally, 3 house characters are better. For example, Sylvain is like the horny knight like Sane, but he's got a lot of really good character depth that I find that Hilda doesn't have, but Sarah does for some reason.
Oh, I disagree, but fair enough.
I mean, I think Hilda is a lot like Takumi in that the game just kind of forgets to relate back half of what she does to her actual underlying goal, and as a result, she becomes weaker as a character for it. Like, Takumi is angry, and he's every now and then they mention he's angry because he has an inferiority complex towards Ryoma, and that's actually a very real and human and normal reaction to have. Like, that's a normal. Like, he feels inferior to his brother, and because of that, he lashes out, and he might not always understand he's doing that. Except half the time, they just make him angry, and they kind of forget to link it back to that. And so that's kind of the same way I feel about Hilda. Like, yeah, she has this whole thing about not disappointing people, and then she does things that disappoint people anyway because they forgot that her laziness is in service of something.
Yeah, you're right. That being said, first off, Kitsu, you are very correct, and Mando, yes, I am aware that this is a very unusual one. But yes, and I hear what you're saying. I don't have enough context with Sarah to understand that, but I'm sure
You need to, yes. Like I said, I really did not like Sarah my first playthrough. Her character is entirely in her supports. So it's definitely like, she's definitely funny even if you don't read them, but she's definitely like bratty and annoying, and then you read her supports and it's a lot better.
Okay. That being said, I am tired enough to have to wrap this up now, but thank you for joining me for a very unexpected stream, and have a good evening, everyone.